To kick this one away. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
18. 3 down.
Now it's Trubisky. He fights it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58, right over there.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle to Beckham. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Bravo.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mike, 58, right there. Yeah.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Good. 180. Take me up. Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 58 to Mike.
Right.
58 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Up. Hey, Echo.
58 to Mike. Cut.
6-6. Pull it high.
58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. It's a party now.
I got.
On third down, Mayfield. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Go! 180!
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me that.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey, alert 33.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Time to go. Night.
Hey, exit.
58.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Landry, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Pistol.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Protein spill.
Watch the shit. Alert flare. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
18.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Smooth.
57's the Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. We got 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch QB's up. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass, check pass. Motion, motion, bump, bump, bump. Ran, top. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
58, right there. What we got? What we got? Watch, alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out, and the Bears draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
King. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. On second and 11 now. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, I-7.
58, 58, Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58, right over.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Oh, he didn't spike it, he faked it. And that is incomplete here.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the 22-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert! Hey, Charlie!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Get up! 180! Get ready! Get ready! Get ready!
Ran, come!
57 the mic! 57 the mic!
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check.
Again, it's Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
At the 8-yard line.
Hey, ball.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jannard Avery in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Davis, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. Well, that's one part of the equation, puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
At their own 25-yard line.
180!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
180.
58 for Mike.
I don't even know why. Real. Alert, 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 alert.
Crash.
Let's go. My touch.
Following the interception, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Chubb on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That's taken in by Callaway. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.